Welcome to Silvery Minnow Shorts, a series where I highlight a nondescript silvery minnow which has very little information online. This basically guarantees that these videos stay short and to the point. Tonight's lucky minnow subject is the Lobocheilos melanotaenia, whose name translates to black-striped lobelip. Lobocheilos melanotaenia hails from the Mekong and Phraya rivers. Hundreds of fish species call these massive Southeast Asian rivers home. Many of these river denizens include potential future silvery minnow short subjects. Back to Lobocheilos melanotaenia, its main distinctive feature is a bluish-black stripe running down its silvery body. Its fins also have a brownish-red tinge, which is more noticeable in mature specimens. The fish also possesses two vestigial barbels at the corner of its mouth. These barbels are so small that most people need a magnifying glass to see them. Another massive tell is the snub-nosed head with a prominent rostral cap, or flap of skin covering the upper lip. Lobocheilos melanotaenia is very similar in appearance to its close relative, Lobocheilos rhabdura, to the point where it's been hypothesized that both fishes may be the same species. Lobocheilos melanotaenia apparently has a deeper body and narrow mouth than Lobocheilos rhabdura, as well as minor differences in scale and gilliraker count. The catalog of fishes considers them one and the same, but FishBase doesn't. FishBase also allows time for taxonomic decisions to settle before putting them on the website. Make of this what you will. Lobocheilos melanotaenia grows to an unremarkable size of around 6 to 8 inches long, or 15 to 20 centimeters. Mature adult males develop tubercles on their snout. Judging by its shape, the fish appears to be a bentopelagic, algae and biofilm grazer that spends much of its time in open water. Its shape appears to be a halfway house between the bottom-hugging Crossocheilus and the mid to surface-dwelling Danio. Aquarium observations have confirmed its grazing habits, as well as its not being a true bottom dweller. Lobocheilos melanotaenia crops algae off of surfaces by running headfirst at them with its toughened lips. This method of grazing allows the fish to strike the algae with extra force compared to more traditional rasping grazers. This grazing method leaves obvious marks on the surface where the fish has been feeding. Because its mouth is relatively unspecialized, this fish can feed on suspended particles with ease. Like most cyprinoids, Lobocheilos melanotaenia lives in groups. Judging from the captive behavior of the one I own, these groups are not closely packed, and individuals appreciate a good amount of distance from each other. Lobocheilos melanotaenia does not appear to form individual territories in the fins like some of its close relatives. Like many fishes of the Mekong and the surrounding areas, this fish is apparently a migratory egg scatterer that goes on huge spawning runs at the beginning of the mating season. Apparently, this fish is also highly abundant in its native range, which explains how it came to ownership of one. Most aquarists tend to value bright colors as preferred fish species, especially in the United States. Many fishes of the Mekong and Phraya could make great aquarium subjects behaviorally, but they often lack the bright colors that endear many fishes to new hobbyists. The people living near these rivers use fish like these as food. No clue on how they taste. They're likely as bony as most other carps. This fish probably came as a bycatch from a shipment of their close relative Crossocheilus, some of which are renowned as algae eaters. My little Lobocheilos probably didn't get thrown back in the river when the fish caught from it were short of its shipment, and ended up in a pet shop sold as a Crossocheilus. The actual Crossocheilus that lived with it were probably purged extremely quickly, leaving him alone in his tank until the fateful day when I brought him home with me. So far, this little Lobocheilos has has presented very few problems in its current dwelling. As you see in the video, it happily shows with barbs and danios. It also eats whatever it's given and spends much of its day cruising around the middle water levels and scraping the hard surfaces of the tank. Hopefully, the silvery swimmer is somewhat less obscure now. Maybe one day, somebody could ship these intentionally for the aquarium trade, considering their abundance.